hello everybody, this is going to take me a few days to film. I am going to channel my inner decorating skills. Now, I've painted the kids' room, no problem. But what I want to do, because basically all my furniture in my living room, she's going around eating stuff because I've just moved the table, is grey or black. I want to paint these units grey. Now, I've watched YouTube and it doesn't look awfully hard. So, yeah, I thought I'd show you what I've got to do. This is going to take me 3 days to paint a unit. I'm going to try one to start off with. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's just, there's nothing wrong with them. And I don't want to simply replace them because they don't go with my colour scheme anymore. So, I've got some bits from Wilkinson's. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't overly expensive. I think it worked out about 25 quid. So, I've got some sandpaper, some primer, and some setting paint, which is like in a grey colour. So we're going to experiment with one. See what this little one comes out like. This could be car crash. This is me, for goodness sake. It ain't like no blinking, let's really see how well they can do when, yeah. It's just the reality of me doing it, innit, really. I'm not really that crafty. So anyway, so I'm going to try and paint this. But the first thing I've got to do today is sand it down and then clean it down and wait for it to dry. That's the bit. It's all in 3 stages, at least 3 stages. I could have to do a couple of coats of satin on here. So it's going to take me at least 3 days. So let's show you the sandpaper and me sanding today. Aren't you happy you joined in on this? Obviously, I went for top quality Wilkinson's Essential sandpaper. Comes with 10 sheets. Basically, the idea is... What's she eating now? The idea is you sand it down just to take off the shine off of it. So the primer will stick to it and then the paint will stick to the primer. I think that's the idea. I could be completely wrong. I've watched a couple of videos and think I can do this. I did buy some vinyl for it to start off with, to cover it with. And I thought that's going to be even more car crashing if I try and paint it. Because you've got to think I've got all these edges to do. And I wasn't going to do the inside. And I thought, oh, if I don't do the inside, it's going to look dodgy. So I thought, you know what? Let's go for broke and let's paint it. So yeah, right, I've got to get into the sandpaper. At the top. So that's always a good start when you struggle to get into the sandpaper. And there's my sandpaper. Oh, I know I've got in the kids' room, I've got a sanding block. So I'm going to go get that, give it a quick sand all over. I say all over, but the 2 sides, the front and the shelves and these bits. I'm not even going to do the top bits because nobody sees top bits, do they? Nobody sees top bits. So anyway, let's give this a go. Go and get the sanding block and I'll be back. Right, so I've got my sanding block, which I think Princess thinks is a treat because she's sitting down there thinking, oh, what's that? Here we go. Right, and I'm going to show you what it looks like beforehand and then show you it if she lets me sand it with this sanding block. It's not for you, it's a sanding block. So this is it at the moment, a bit dusty. It's just a basic unit. So if you've watched me before, you know that these are the units that I used for storing my clothing. And now she's eating a box that I used to store my clothing in, which is no longer needed. Little rascal. Little rascal, aren't you? You being a little rascal? Are you being a little rascal? She is, because she knows Mummy's going to be doing stuff. So anyway, we're going to try and sand this down. I want my Princess. Give it a rough sand and see what it looks like, and then clean it over. Does that sound like a good idea? So I'll tell you what sounds like a good idea. Feel my belly. That's what sounds like a good idea. There you go. You've had lots of shots of Princess's butt as she's trying to grab the sandpaper. But that's it all sanded down. So I'll turn around and show you. And then I've got to wipe it down with a cloth and leave it to dry and properly dry. Princess Pansy Flufflebum. You've been a Princess Pansy Flufflebum. That's her full name. Well, it's not really, but it's what I've always called her as a nickname, kind of. So, right. Oh. Oh. Why am I moving? Who knows what that is? Right, anyway, so yes, I'm going to turn you around and show you it. Oh, there you go. As you can see, it's all sanded down, scratched. Yeah. I think that's what it's supposed to look like. I'm going to give it a good clean down, and then we're going to leave it for a day, aren't we, Princess? And then we're going to try and retackle it, aren't we? Yeah, and prime it maybe. So that's it all cleaned down. Wait till tomorrow, and then we're going to prime it, baby. Right, so it's a day later. Said unit from yesterday is dry. Yes, I have washing hanging up because we are a real house. Yeah, unit is dry. Some more crumbs. That's you, that is. Crumbs of your sausages, Princess. You don't know if you can't guess. Right, so what have I got here? I've got white spirit. That's clean paintbrushes. I'm using a paintbrush to prime it on. Old sweetener tub. I'm going to put some white spirit in that. and the primer. It's white, quick dry apparently. So how long does it take to dry, does it say? Yeah, paint yeah. Touch dry and recoatable in 2 hours. So I'm still only going to do this today because then that'll give it a good time to dry, is my opinion. And I need to try and get into it. Hence, I'm holding this and this. Now, usually I use a flathead screwdriver to get underneath the paint tin, but Cole's put them all somewhere and I can't bother to move all my jewellery out because I bet they're in his bag because there's normally one in the drawer and there isn't one in the drawer. So I'm going to have a nag time about that. So anyway, right, so first things first is to get into the primer. A little girl, you got to be a good girl and not touch it. Could be a good girl. Could be a good girl for mummy. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Right, so I'm going to open all this up, get some of that in there, and then I'm going to get painting. So I'll catch you in a bit. I think we can safely say I've now got a pair of decorating jeans. I've got primer on them. It's not perfect, but I don't think it needs to be. It's just like an undercoat to get something for the paint to actually stick to. So I'm going to turn you around and show the atrocity. Princess, as you can hear, got locked out halfway through. She's the other side of the stairgate whining. She's fine. She just wants to get in here, but obviously don't want her touching this. So let me turn you around. Yeah, this is the unit. As you can see, if this was the finished product, I'd be like, oh, balderdash, it really is a fail. But yes, anyway, so this should be dry in 2 hours. I'm going to go out with Prinny. I'll put this back when it's dry, and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow. But I'm thinking I'm going to get myself some mini rollers to make it a bit less paintbrush looking when I do the actual paint. So yes, I've got to go out tomorrow anyway, so I'll get them then and we'll see what it looks like at the end. Hopefully it looks a bit better than what it does at the moment. So yes, anyway, catch up with you in a bit. I say a bit, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye for now. Let's go and deal with Whiner. To show, she's absolutely fine. She's just whining because mummy is the wrong side of the stairgate, wasn't you? Yes. Right, good afternoon everyone. It's now Friday. Unit was primed yesterday. It's all nice and dry. I'll turn you around and show you. See, not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. It's the undercoat. Found a screwdriver. It wasn't in the back of the pesky cupboard. It was in the box that I told him to put it in. Shh, don't say anything. Got my satin paint. Apparently it's one coat, and I've got some mini rollers today as well. So I've got to get on with rollering this in, and I'm doing it in a fountain grey. So hopefully it should come out a bit smoother than that. But this is the experimental one. So if it doesn't work, I'm just down 3 units, which isn't a hardship. So yes, let's turn you around and let's get painting. One coat only. Wilkinson's, you lie. It is going to need another coat. I'll turn you around and show you. So looks a lot better than what it did before, but obviously you can still see patches for it. This does need, I reckon, at least one more coat. Probably one more. But that one I won't be able to do until tomorrow. So I'll do that coat tomorrow. I probably won't show you me doing that coat. And then the following day, Monday, I'll leave it a day. And then Monday I will show you exactly what it looks like before I put the varnish on. And varnish it, and then that's it, it's done. It's done! Yay! Right, it's Sunday morning, 7:20. Yeah, I'm up. Let's just stick with that. Right, anyway, so I have done a layer of varnish. I'm going to turn you around and show you it. And then I'll show you it tomorrow in its place. And then I'll compare it to one of the ones that isn't painted yet. There it is. All done. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So it'll be dry. It says within an hour. I'll leave it until this afternoon before I move it anyway. So, but yeah, happy with that. One unit done. It's not perfect. I'll show you up close. Look. If you look at it, see there's still white. There's patches and it's still a bit patchy. But do you know what? I actually like it like that. Who wants it perfect anyway? Not me. Right, so this is the finished unit up close and personal. As you can see, it's not perfect. It isn't perfect, but do you know what? I think, sorry, there's a princess in the way. That's good. That's good enough. So yeah, princess has got a sweet wrapper. Let's sort that out. Then I'll talk. Just leaving sweet wrappers around. Lovely. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's all done. That's the unit. I've already started my next one. Next one started already. It's already had the first coat of satin. It still needs another coat on there. I'll do that this afternoon. So yeah, I think that's a good job. So I've got that one done. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Just 5 to go. So yes, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye for now.